Hello, honorable members of the clan. So welcome to my YouTube channel. So once again, we are going to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, but I am glad to say that the witness, Miss Van Rooyen, she wrapped up her testimony today, which is very important when it comes to the legalities of things in the police. This was very important because we needed to understand where the lines were blurred, where the lines were overstepped, and where the lines were never even considered by people that were supposed to consider them, because at the end of the day, you swear, right? You swear an oath so that you do not overstep and overreach and then disrespect the people that you're supposed to be serving and protecting in the police or anywhere else in our constitutional democracy, particularly when you are working in government. Now, a serious country or a country that takes itself seriously, part of security or the security cluster is the intelligence. I mean, I've been worried about the intelligence for the longest time in South Africa, because if the intelligence were active in this country, we would not have cash in transit heists. We will not have organized crimes, including the organized crime cartels that some of the people, some of whom you voted for, that you entrusted with your safety, are actually accused of being linked or involved in those organized crimes. Now, all of these things they fall within, in my opinion, under the intelligence. And I've been asking for the longest time on this channel, for a very long time, as far back as 2022, 2023. Where is the intelligence? Because if the intelligence were active in this country, we would not be where we're at right now. We would not be here. But now you also have to be honest with yourself, with ourselves, that the politicians are the ones that said, listen, we want to eat. In order for us to eat, there are some things that we are going to do. And that is having our hands in the cookie jar. Yeah, the state's coffers. We're going to have our hands in the cookie jar. And we also will have to unalive some people who are principled. Yeah, that is why you're finding a situation like Fanny Masemula, who has to really think about principle over life, and sometimes over career. So this is what this has brought us to people who are serving, but they are serving with exactly what the Constitution speaks against: fear of favor. But they are serving under fear, under duress, because politicians in this country, especially those that hold powerful positions of power like ministers or executive, they actually think they own this country. They think this is their father's tuck shop, some of them, if not all of them. And hence, they behave in the manner in which that they do. They disregard the principles. They disregard the oath. They disregard the Constitution. They disregard the very policies that they're supposed to be custodians of. And then they go to parliament and lie. You know, I never used to understand when my mom would say, yo, hey, abanye abantu umsebenzi wegazi. And I'm thinking, umsebenzi wegazi, what is that? It basically means it's not a job where you actually have to sweat and worry about deadlines and all of these things. You just sit in here, you know, on the revolving chair. She used to say that, "Estulis roundayo." And you just kick your feet on the desk, do absolutely nothing the whole day. I think this is exactly what our ministers do. They have no idea what they are doing there. They have absolutely no idea, because the evidence is quite clear. Look in our societies. Things are crumbling. Jobs are getting lost. The economy is doing bad. CYRIL RAMAPHOSA, instead of creating a conducive environment for South Africans to thrive, instead, he's too worried about things that doesn't concern us. Things that don't concern us. And he's not creating innovators and industrialists, but no, he wants other industrials to come into South Africa, pillage our resources, take them to their countries, and then we in turn end up buying the processed goods. Instead of saying, hey, guys, come over. South Africa has all these resources. Come and teach us how they are processed so that we can create industrialists out of that without BEE. That thing needs to die because now we are seeing its results. People getting unalived for BEE deals, aka tenders. And then you dare, as an ordinary South African citizen, go after a BEE deal, you are going 6 feet under by the look of things. How dare you? How dare you? Right? So it needs to go. I mean, we've been saying this for the longest time. It has not served the black people of this country in any way. And then I must say something that I was having a conversation with somebody in a comment section regarding Van Rooyen. These are the sort of talents the ANC does not want us to know about, to experience, because such talents, they hold them accountable, hold the executive accountable, hold the people in these positions accountable, just like CYRIL Ramaphosa took the intelligence and put it in his office. And that is why I feel that CYRIL Ramaphosa needs to get himself or get called to the Commission of Inquiry, the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, to answer this very pertinent question. Why did you take the intelligence to the presidency? And after it's been under the presidency, what work has it been doing? It might not divulge the briefings that he gets, because I doubt he gets any briefings, except if the briefings has something to do with him and being hundreds and hundreds of steps ahead of investigations in his name, or anybody that close to him. Because you have to ask yourself, why did you take such an important apparatus of the state into your office, into the presidency? Shouldn't the intelligence be independent, even though it is serving under a minister? But because the president does get daily briefings from the intelligence. But look at the levels of crime in South Africa. Hey, Mr. President, did you hear the expose on the 6th of July 2025? Oh, are you also following the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry? Guess what? The intelligence, they're supposed to have curbed all of these things, foiled it. But no, they are under your wings and you closed your armpits, squeezing them right there so that, I don't know, for what good reason? For what good reason? We need to get the answers from the president. This does not make sense to me. It sounds like high treason caused or committed by the president by taking the intelligence into his office, and now we have organized crime in cartels, drugs, goodness knows what other cartels that are out there. All because the president thought by having the intelligence in his office is going to serve South Africa and its sovereignty and the safety of South Africans? How? I mean, hello, are you listening to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry? Because all of this would have been done by the intelligence. If there is corruption caused or committed by a member of government, the intelligence would have went and said, Mr. President, our investigations or our intel is telling us that the Deputy National Police Commissioner is involved. Well, these are allegations, guys. Everything that has been said in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, allegations. There's no facts yet until, oh, by the way, they don't have teeth. But the police ought to be doing their jobs. The police still ought to be doing their jobs, nonetheless. They're supposed to be sitting with notebooks and going to the people that's mentioned in the Commission of Inquiry to make arrests. Let them go and clear their names in the court of law. Criminal court of law. Yeah, Mr. President. All of these things, the intelligence would have whispered to you and then let you know that they are going to be arresting the deputy police commissioner because he's suspected of being involved in organized crimes with criminal cartels. But no, I mean, hello, in 2021, we had the July uprising, and then we had a minister trying to confuse us with intelligence language. Oh, it was a moving target. We're like, ma'am, you were sleeping on the job. Just say, I was sleeping on the job. Just like y'all are all sleeping on the job. Well, with you, you were very strategic in taking the intelligence in the presidency. And did what? What? And why South Africans aren't holding you accountable? So you need to go. You need to resign. You need to resign because we are in this mess because of your decision to take the intelligence into the presidency. And still, the scourge of violent crimes, organized crimes, just went up. And now, your own minister that you appointed of police tried to close a task team that was working and successfully making arrests and convictions because of your comrades. And allegedly, you agreed with the minister for the PKTT to be closed. Well, you need to come and answer to that. Well, we know you're going to deny it. We know you're going to deny it, but the National Police Commissioner, he was so pressured, so much so that he started winding down the PKTT. Not that you did not know that he was winding down the PKTT. As the president, you should have made an order that no such is going to be happening under my watch. But no, you're just going to act shocked. Wow. I honestly speaking, there are pure defeating of ends of justice that comes straight from the president's office, cascading down probably to police stations all over the country. Because we've become normalized in understanding that a docket got lost. But now, no, perpetrators are being protected from the highest officers of this country. And we should accept that. No, Mr. President, come to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. We've got questions. And while you are at it, when you are done with your testimony, please tender your letter of resignation. Because since you took office of the apex office of the country, South Africa has been going this way. Oh, and it's a free fall. We've said on this channel, we are on autopilot as the people of South Africa. We have no leadership, nowhere. We have no leadership in parliament, provincial legislatures, council houses, all the way to the president's office. That is why uthela wayeka nje osenza umchunu bayazenzela nje allegedly. And all the other ministers bayazenzela nje. Bayazenzela because there's no leadership. I don't know, guys, what you think, but defeating of the ends of justice is definitely something all these people need to be charged with, including the president of the country. And that, guys, I will leave this video right here. And again, YouTube tells me to tell you to watch these two videos, one of them or both of them, whichever way. And I will see you next time with a new video. But please like. You're not liking the videos. We come back to me begging for the likes. But hey, it is what it is. Goodbye.